Hey. Well, we're just gonna try it out. So first, I start with my moisturizer, and I use the Garnier Skin Active Refreshing Gel Cream. This is my absolute favorite moisturizer. Next, just to kind of prep my lips, I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Lip Scrub. And this one's in Peach Popsicle. I also have the Lemon Cookie one, I believe is what it is. And then the Blue Raspberry. The Blue Raspberry and the Peach Popsicle are my favorite. Although, anyone have a good trick for putting it on? I feel like I always get sugar everywhere. It just tastes so good. After I give my lips a good scrub, I like to use this Ulta Beauty Juice Infused Lip Oil. This was actually the birthday gift that I got this year. And I love it. Usually I use like a normal chapstick, but I like to use this one. Sometimes I even just use this as like a gloss if I'm not feeling like a lip. And then it still like adds dimension. Your lips aren't just bare. I'll just let that soak in while I do everything else. Then I'm going to prime my face with the Farsali Unicorn Drops. Unicorn Essence. These are all over Instagram, so like honestly I wanted to try it and I didn't have very high hopes for it. This is how they apply it. Ooh, ooh, magic. But I actually love it. I got these and the gold ones, which we'll use a little bit later. But I think the unicorn ones smell really good, but I do not like the smell of the gold ones at all. I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way in Snow. That's how white I am. My foundation's name is Snow. But honestly, I have not used this one in a long time, so we're going to see how it goes. If it's not my color, then we'll just get something else. It's a little yellow, but honestly, I really have like a combination of my skin. Like, I'm not too yellow, but I'm not too pink at the same time. And normally, I use a brush because I'm usually in a hurry. I mean, I still really like it. I haven't used it in forever, but I mean, lately I've been used to using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD, which I use that in the stick and the liquid. The liquid that I have actually matches my skin better, but I wanted the stick so bad because I wanted to try it, and like I had tested it at the store and I just absolutely loved it. My eyes have so many veins. Like, I usually, when I do my eye makeup, I like to use a concealer as my eyeshadow base just because I get that coverage, because my veins are really prominent in my eyelids, which I do not like. But I mean, we just cover them up, so. Got Joe double chin for days. Proud of it. Ain't no shame. Favorite concealer? Shape Tape. I have it in Fair. Originally I got it in I think light or maybe even medium. I don't even know. But I went to use it and I had used it with the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. And so like obviously that only lasts like partway through the day, and so but I was only doing a couple things, and then like a little while later all that was left on my face was the concealer, and it was darker than my like cream, and so by the end I just like all the moisturizers like seeped in, and I just got like these orange circles under my eye. I was like, oh no ma'am, we are not gonna do that again. So then I got the light, and it's honestly the perfect color for me. So I'm just blending this in with my sponge. I use the Real Techniques. Okay, and now I'm going to set my concealer and foundation, honestly, with this Airspun formula in Translucent. Extra coverage. So I just get a little bit of that on my beauty blender. I like to look up. I really make sure I'm pressing it in those creases because I don't want my concealer to crease. And then, especially in like my T-zone, I like to really press it in there because those are the spots I get really oily. Okay, and then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. This is from Morphe. I don't know which one it is because it came in a pack. But we are just going to lightly dust the rest of our face to kind of set the rest of the makeup. Because I'm done with creams. So this is time for powder. So I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in light to medium. I've had this for a while, so it's very well loved. I'm going to take this Morphe brush. This is from the Rose Gold. And I'm going to take, honestly, I'm going to start with this shade right here. It's more of a cool tone, which is good for contouring. We are just trying to get these cheeks snatched. I'm going to take the Morphe N153 and go in that same contour shade, and I'm just going to lightly chisel out my nose. Honestly, I'm not mad with the shape of my nose. Like, some people do it to like really make it look smaller, but that's honestly not one of my, I just like to kind of shape it out a little more, because especially the end of my nose is very like round, so I kind of like to make the illusion that it's not quite so round, but honestly I don't really care. Well, I'm gonna bronze, and I used the Tarte Park Ave Princess. This is the one with no shimmer. I remember when and I'm taking a big fluffy Morphe brush. I remember when I first got this one. Well, I meant to get this one, and I accidentally grabbed the shimmer one. And I was like, no, because I do not like having shimmer bronzers. Just because I'm like, I want my highlighter to be popping. I don't need glitter all over my face, so that was not what I was going for. So I went back, like I didn't even notice because I went to use it like the next day. I was like, no, I was so excited. And then I quick ran to Sephora and was like, okay, I need to return this. Get the other one. Didn't touch it. Opened it, looked at it, closed it. That's it. Okay, we're getting somewhere. To use the Kabrow by Benefit in number 3. Mine is super dried out. Look at that. It's coming out of the tube. This is where I use those other Farsali drops, the rose gold ones. Because I really... I don't know. It's almost like a citrusy smell, but like I love citrus, so it's like it's something different. So I just put a couple drops of that into the Kabrow, and then I just use the little brush that it comes with. But then I do that, and you can still use the product. This spoolie is just from like some really cheap eyebrow or really cheap makeup brush set that my mom got me on like Amazon like a million years ago. But I mean, is there ever really like a bad spoolie? Like, if you've encountered one, like let me know. But honestly, they really all do the same job. So like, why do you need some expensive one? So I like to start at the end just to kind of, I brush them up so I can kind of map out the bottom of it, because honestly my brows don't need very much. I don't like to have really like chiseled brows. I just like to kind of fill in the sparse areas, but doing this lets me still kind of trace it out without being too much, because if you look, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the bottom of my eyebrow, it's just like very jaggedy, so I like to at least try and create uniformity. Obviously going softer more towards the end. Half done brows. Then we're gonna brush them down, because then you can see like the outskirts of the top of the brow. I'd actually gone on a trip and I took my Kabrow with me, and then when I got back I like emptied out my bag and stuff, but then I could not find it for a really long time, and I was like, what the heck, like I've searched everywhere for it. It was still in my travel makeup bag. I'm like, oh, I thought that emptied that out like forever ago, and then it was just there, you know, dried up on its own. So then we use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in soft brown, and with this one I'm just kind of making feather-like strokes in the front just to make it a little more natural looking, and then just kind of filling in those sparse areas. A lot of that happens when I use the spoolie after using the brow or the Kabrow, which is why I like to do it, because then it moves around easier with the spoolie. And then my brows are done, but it's not like, oh my god, painted on brow, which don't get me wrong, some days I like it, but not every day. But one of my favorites is actually the Rimmel Brow This Way. It's the styling gel. It honestly even better than that Benefit 3D tones. You put this in your brows and they will not move. It's basically like glue for your eyebrows, but not as harsh obviously. But I love it. Tartelette palette in Bloom, and take the color Charmer, and I'm just gonna put that all on my upper lid, because that makes it easier to blend out later. because it's hard when you get those deep colors. If you don't do this step, you'll get those really deep dark colors and they won't move how you want, and it's hard to blend in, and then everything just does not meld well together. And we want a blended, snatched eyelid. Okay, and then today I got my brand new Persona Identity palette. Oh my god, look at this. It's so satisfying when you get a brand new one. Look. But look at these colors. I don't know if you can see that or not, but oh my god, they are gorgeous. And I've seen her post about them a lot. Here, let's see. I've seen her post about them a lot and do a bunch of different looks with them. So honestly, super stoked to try it. I hope it works as well as I've seen it working. Charming. It's kind of more of like a... We're going to take this Morphe E27 with that shade. Okay, there we go. Now I'm getting the color I want. And I'm just going to blend this all around. So personally, I do mine above the crease, but I have really hooded eyes, so if I were to put it right here in the crease socket, it disappears. And I didn't really learn or like realize that I had hooded eyes until probably 2 years ago. So in high school, I would always do like the crease color and I'd make sure it was right in my crease. Oh Lord, that thing just disappeared. So now, see, now when I open my eye and look at you, you can still see that shadow as if it is in my crease. So like I like to put it like in the crease area too, but honestly, it just disappears for me. So like there's no point, like unless my eyes are closed, you ain't gonna see it. So I want the world to be able to see it. Then with this same brush, I'm gonna take the color Maverick right next to it. This one's more of like on the cool side, but honestly I love mixing like warm and cool tone. This one's more of a gray tone than anything, but I love mixing the two, especially for the crease area, because it adds so much dimension to it. Oh, look at that, pretty. I hope you can see it. The camera's doing it justice because it is pretty. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's go ahead. I'm going to take that Morphe M153 and I'm going to dip into this Fearless color. Ooh, this one's very powdery compared to the others. Weird. But I'm going to go ahead and open my eye. And I want that dimension to not get lost in my crease. So again, right above the crease, but I'm really focusing this on the outer edge. Okay, done guys, great. Got a line in my eye now. Okay, we will blend this out, but we're just putting our base on. Morphe M330 fluffy brush. Yeah, there we go. And I'm just gonna blend this so it's not so harsh and so it kind of easily blends in with those other colors. Should I go for like really glittery? Let's go. We're going glam today, guys. You know what? Y'all see that? Oh my god. This one is in the color Smoldering Satin. We're going to go in with that Morphe 330 again and just really soften those edges and make sure it's nice and blended out. So I'm going to take that Morphe or M153 and I'm going to go back in with each of those shades that I used in my crease So I'm going to go with the Charming first, which is that more warm tone. I'm going to put it all underneath. Then I'm going to go with Maverick again. That more gray brown. And then I'll take that Fearless again. Just a teensy bit. Just barely tap it in. I'll put that on the outer edge. Eyeshadow's done. I'm going to do lashes. So first I'm going to curl my lashes. And then my all-time favorite mascara, Benefit Roller Lash. Which reminds me, I need to go to Ulta. Get some today, 21 Days of Beauty. So I go in with the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray. This is actually, I've tried the Urban Decay all-nighter one, and I really do like that one too, but it's so expensive too, so it's not one that I want to use every single day. But this NYX one, usually I go for like a matte look, but since my skin's not too oily, I like to go with the dewy one. And then spray my whole face. Fan it. I'm going to go in with a little bit of blush with this Morphe stippling brush from the Rose Gold. And I'm not huge on blush, to be honest. But I got this one, I believe, in the birthday gift last year. It's in Party from Tarte. Part of the Amazonian clay. But I'm not huge on blush, but like some days I'll just forget to wear it and like not even care. Like it gives a nice flush to the face, which is good if you're going like more natural, which not quite natural here, honey. And I'm just gonna take my finger. Whew. Gorgeous. It's not too much. Oh, it's so pretty. Ever since I got this one, like this has been like the only one I've been using. Actually, I'm gonna go in with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Skin Frost in Uranus. Oh, these are hard to open. Goodness. And these ones are so buttery. I feel like there's a lot of fallout too. And these ones are really shimmery though, so it really gives that extra pop on your highlight. Oof. I literally barely just touched my finger in, and that's how much I'm using. You don't need very much at all. Whew. Honey. Let's go ahead and put that Becca Moonstone. I need a brush for this. Cannot get in there good enough. Let's go with this. It's a little brush from the Rose Gold Morphe set. Y'all, I hope I'm in the frame. I don't have one of the turnout screens, so I can't see it. And so I'm sitting here using my Tartelette mirror and being like, okay, still in the frame, we're good. And honestly, I want that inner corner to pop a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with that Uranus by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Whew. My lord. Pink. I'm going to go ahead and go in with this NYX lip liner in Nude Pink. I'm not real big on overlining my lips. And then I'm going to go in, I don't know, is this too purpley? I think it'll be alright. With Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour Lipstick in Deceased. It's a little more purple than I thought, but I actually like it for this look. Well, I'm gonna let my hair down and change, and I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm actually like really loving this look. I don't usually go, well, I've been playing with cool tones more recently, but I used to only do warm tones and like didn't touch cool tones at all. But this is a really cool tone look, and I'm actually living for it. Oh, that glitter on those eyelids. Those Stila liquid eyeshadows are, oh, the best. But yeah, so there's that makeup look, and I hope you guys liked it, and be sure and subscribe so you can see all my other videos. So thanks for watching. See you again.